my name is Kade. I'm the owner-operator developer of Hub Restaurant, and I just wanted to tell you kind of what my ideas were and how this kind of started. It's about 6 months in the process. We're about 17 days from opening. I'm 45 minutes from having my orientation, and I just hired 45 employees. We're going to basically in 45 minutes tell them my vision, concept, kind of expectations, and more so get the buy-in from them and tell them how excited I am to be downtown Tucson and kind of what we're going to do. So we're going to talk to them, and then we're going to go over to the Rialto Theater. We're going to go up in the balcony, everyone's going to sit down, and we're going to talk about Hub Restaurant and meats, ice cream, and beer, and that's how simple it is. So we're actually at the corner of 5th and Congress, and it's always been my dream to have a restaurant downtown. I'm always kind of drawn down here since I was 16, about 20 years ago. Where the Titanic is now, my friend Amaral and I used to DJ for Paula Netter, who owned a store called Ultra Vivid. And then we had friends growing up that lived up on the top part. DJ-wise, I played at Congress all my years, Empire, Part 5. And actually, the space that the restaurant's in is in a good friend's space. Firestone was the last one in there. So we can head that way. So the whole idea is you got about 25,000, 30,000 cars that go west on this road. So the signage you'll see is important to us, and those signs should be up later this week. And really the idea with the name Hub was we're at the center of activity, hopefully at the center of the revival. And also there's 3 archways in the space, and the food is coming out of the archway. Also there's a connotation to where Citizens Taxi was in the space from 1918, 1927, I believe, 9 years. And just hub wheel cabs, that kind of stuff. Pretty much everyone so far, I've been down working on this project for almost 6 months, and everyone around me has been super supportive. And you got Ari across the street, you got Darren, Stephanie across the street. You also got O2, Susan and Kurt, Richard and Shayna. So really, there's a whole bunch of passionate people down here, and it's been great.
Do you think that's like, do you sense sort of, I mean, you've been down here a long time, do you sense sort of a tipping point of that, or like?
You know, it's funny because there's a lot of people coming in and saying, you know, you're getting near the tipping point, and a lot of people say it's not a matter of if, it's more of when. We're going to tip it over. There's such a sense of community, not only with the people, but through Facebook and the comments that we're getting, but also that there's no really competition between us. It's more of everyone believes there's more activity downtown, there's more reasons. You know, a lot of our vision is people park the car and then stop everywhere. Yeah. You know, the biggest proponent too is Janos and Susanna. They're both really supportive. I feel like the little brother to both of them. You know, the son kind of. It's kind of what.
So you'll be, I mean, I saw on Facebook somebody said that there was I think you might be the only place down here with a kids menu. Like
right, and you know, going back to the concept and my business plan, the idea is to offer something that everyone can enjoy, but have a different approach to it. And I think our unique selling proposition is the fact that we're low, moderate price point, we're kid friendly, but we're also business lunch, we're happy hour, we're family, and then we're late night lounge, a real true lounge with no cover. Not super loud music, but still a DJ vibe to it. And then we'll be able to do bands. You know, when South by Southwest comes through, catching the bands before or after. Same thing with Coachella in April. You know, we'll catch the bands before or after the set. And also, we have a great relationship with Rialto where our food will go their way during sound checks or after the band gets off. They can come over. We'll have a private dining room.
Oh, very cool.
Private dining arch.
Yeah.
So we're actually approaching the space. Originally, I was just going to lease one side, and then I talked to my landlord and said, hey, I think I got something that can work for 3,000 square feet. It was a no-brainer, and here we are. So we're at the kind of the entrance for the bar and lounge. The piece of metal is pressing brick together that's kind of been damaged over the years. So it's either take the brick out for a certain number or press it with the metal. And when you'll see the archways in a second. The metal is kind of supporting the archways and supporting the wall. Everyone really identifies with the archway, and that's really where we got our logo and our identity from. So,
was that, I mean, maybe a silly question, but was the cohesive identity and all that, was that a big deal to you? I mean, you know, and putting it all together, like having a look and a feel and all that stuff was.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I'm using a childhood friend of mine. I'm actually using. He actually went to flooring walls. Gave me with the flooring walls. So there's a couple flooring walls guys on the job. Right now we just had to change all our glass, and he's priming it up. It's not the final color. That's just the base color. Also, we have petrol in the back. He's doing a concrete bar, priming that. These guys, there's a nook that they're priming. There's going to be long lampshades coming from the three holes in that cove kind of area. The idea with this room is the barn lounge. You'll see TVs on the brick walls. You can see the exposed window up there. A lot of people ask when they come in this space, Dan, is that are you keeping the brick? The people that have been in the spaces before me, we realize it was all plaster. So not only are we keeping the brick, we want to be stripped down to the brick and kind of expose the raw materials. You know, the floors are from Mount Lemon. The brick was actually made on stage in the back.
Oh wow!
It was not fired brick, so that's why you'll see some erosion on it. You can see the lentils in the building in 1915 in the wall, or the headers. They put those in for the tenants over the years. You can see the tenant shows to make a hole there, down over here. The archway that you're actually under right now was used. I think it was first used in 1928. There was a cafeteria named Miller's. Now we're looking at the front of the dining room. You're going to see it's a lot of space now. There's a lot of furniture. I mean, you got banquettes and different wraparound kind of lounge pillow kind of benches. Yeah. What you see right here is infrastructure for all our electricity, where people can put in, hook up their phones to charge. They can hook up their iBooks and all that while they're working.
Oh, cool.
So we're really trying to go the step of it. Actually, the booth line is above here. You can see the eye hooks. The eye hooks are going to be where ropes are going to attach the eye hooks down to the wood here. And really, the idea with the ropes is pretty much form and design feel to it. But also, if there's an ode to being a Boy Scout, I'm an Eagle Scout. So there's that. There's also probably a nickname to Boston. My mom's family's from Boston. Oh, this suspension bridge is kind of like that. So it's going to be ship ropes. So I think restaurant guys, we always make up stories.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot of the time, it's not that we make it up. We just derive it.
Appropriate, sort of. Yeah.
Latch on. We're kind of approaching where the ice cream shop is. So the ice cream shop isn't the whole store. It's actually just about 6 feet by 3 feet. And that's where our 12 daily flavors. We'll be tweeting our flavors every day, and also on Facebook, obviously. And really, the flavors are going to be half classic, straight up, because I believe classic for a reason. And then also 6 kind of pushing the envelope is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, we have another counter, another bar, and that's really the food counter. And really, it's a merge of kind of old steel but new steel. And then also with white marble, like Bianco kind of marble. And then this is the center archway. Where the stuff is up there, that's what we call the expo line. That's where food's going to come up. And then I'll be looking at the plates, making sure they're right, and then handing them off to my staff, telling them what table to go to and who's ordering. So it's going to get in this area, you got booths, 6 top booths. Where Skeeter is now, working on the wood. We're going to do a banquet, fish hook banquet. Kind of in that corner, you're going to have all these lamps that are going to hang upside down. And that's my Salvador Dali moment. That's a surreal moment in the restaurant. Yeah. Everything else is real classic. That's going to be the modern twist for me.
Yeah.
Also, people go white with kitchens. I opened 8 restaurants. 7 of them were white kitchens, so I wanted to do something different that was real clean. And that's kind of what we're doing here. Kind of where they're repairing the wood, this is what we call the private dining arch. You can see the backing on the roof right there. That's where steel's going to come down, and there's going to be a curtain. So basically, there's going to be a curtain covering the archway, and there could be a 12 top if you reserve it. You can have a private kind of room. So it could be a 4 top, whatever you want. So there's some privacy there. My You can do PowerPoint presentation, or you can have birthday parties. You can see we kind of reorientated the windows and the doors. This big window was the old doorway. Where the window is, we put the door. And this actually small window is where the restrooms were back in the old days. You walk outside and come back in. We kind of demo that whole area. Let's see if we can do it this way. Kind of walk in here, some more service. This is going to be the kitchen where all the food's going to be made back here. There are hoods and air conditioning. All the this is what we call the pit with the hole, the dish room, so this is where the magic happens. Then we're kind of into the design-wise area where the bathrooms we wanted to be really like a verge of classic in the brick. You know, this is our matted Vegas is what I call it right now. So this is going to be all kind of wallpapered and textured, and then we're going to have these etched doorways with these images of girls and guys, pretty different ones. So it's kind of my spin, like you know, if you have that raw kind of thing going on, it's kind of what we're doing. Then you can kind of peek out. That's kind of where the patio is going to be, kind of a before-after picture on that. Actually, it's mostly a before picture right now. Upstairs, just dry storage and that kind of stuff. That's kind of the idea. For us, we're 17 days away from opening. Now I'm about 20 minutes away from talking to my staff for the first time, all in one room. So I'm really excited about that. This is my favorite part, is where I take my passion and vision and pass it on, empower my staff, and get them geeked up, and let's do it.
And how can, I mean, like, what's the, like, Facebook, Twitter, like, give me this sort of...
So basically what will happen now is we'll train for about 12 days. If you get on Facebook, stay tuned there. That's where you'll get all the invites for what we call soft openings. So the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before we open, we are going to open on second Saturdays, town second Saturdays. And then obviously open up for Valentine's Day. We'll start taking reservations on February 1st once I know we're going to be open on those dates before we mess with the lovers and all that stuff. So that's kind of where we're at.